So Saad's example of how a Microsoft document can work on whatever computer, whatever version of Microsoft you have, that is something that these vendors in the EHR side have not done. They have not kept it in such a condition where what works with a Microsoft document it won't work with EHR instances, correct?
That is
Yeah.
correct.
So yeah, just to add to that, if you think about the data itself, and let's just, since we're diving into the weeds a little bit here, let's think about lab data, right? So you've got lab data from 5-6 years ago, or lab data coming from another organization that is merging with you, and you need to ingest that data. Based on normal values and abnormal values of 5 years ago versus what they are today for various tests are very different. Could be very different from state to state on what's a normal and what's an abnormal. Because really there are some national standards around that, but not everybody adheres to that. And that's a wide variety of lab tests. And so if you've got different ranges versus what's coming into your system, and a physician pulls that up from, say, it's old data, do you translate into the new values that you have for normals and abnormals, or do you leave it static because that's the way it was 4 years ago? And then conversely, if you bring in data from an M&A process and it's different values, which ones do you pick? So it can get very complex when it comes down to data governance. Back in the day when I've been a CIO for 25 years, you were just pulling the data in. It was read only, not actionable, that you just wanted to, it was for retention purposes only. And you maybe link it to the EHR so you can pull it up when you pull the patient up if somebody wanted to see some of the older data, but it wasn't really actionable. A lot of times there's a bunch of PDFs. That's all changed now. With the 21st Century Cures Act, with interoperability, having used FHIR, and also, from the standpoint of retention, and then when a patient asks for the information, being able to get the entire record or whatever they're looking for in a very fast and easy process, which is very difficult to do out of an EHR. So, it's the world has completely changed, but the data piece of it has not, and and the lab is only one example. I'm sure, Abhishek and Saad can cite many, many more.